There we go. Come on, reconnect to my chat. There we go. Alright. You mean you're
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Way off topic there.
With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Okay. Just give him an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do.
Obviously, you need
your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
And this is why we read that thing in the other room. Because we can persuade him to use Eugene's gold teeth.
You know about Eugene? How?
I walked right by you. Read the note in the other room.
You know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I? Yes, I suppose I must. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Alright. We can leave now. We don't need to hear the story about poor Eugene again. Got his gravesite fees. This building with the sign here, there is a box back here that we can loot. Ooh, there's a silencer. Alright. Gonna need that. Alright, that's the sick house. We're gonna go in there in a minute. But first we need to go behind the sick house, because dead bodies and stuff. He wrote a note to somebody before he died. No biggie. But, this is stealing. For some reason, this random can of Spacer's Chaw is stealing. I'm not gonna steal it because I don't care about that.
Not today at the cannery.
It's a can of tuna. That's not really tuna.
Sick house is no place for a traveler.
Yeah, this is the sick house. This poor girl, we'll talk her off her stupidity ledge in a minute here. First we're gonna loot this back room of dead bodies, because life. There's also a dead robot back here. I don't know how the robot died, but he did. There's sprats everywhere. Now, apparently stealing off of this dead body is stealing. It's always great. Anyways. There's another sprat in the bathroom. What is that? Oh, it's pep pills. I don't care about that. The sprats are converging to the dude's room in the back. That's just $3. Don't care about that. So, let's talk to this chick? I don't remember her
I
name.
appreciate the company and
Rosemary.
all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me.
Alright.
Because I'm sick.
I was laughing about something.
You don't want to associate with people in the sick
story's
house.
kind of sad.
We're not worth
and
your
the company
time.
has messed up her brain.
I'm in about
quite a
as
bit
much trouble as I can
with
be.
their logic.
No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are going to talk.
So, the way the company works as we've already seen it a lot, is if you kill yourself, the logic dictates that you vandalized company property and have to pay a fine.
I don't know which company you work for, but if it's Spacer's
The
Choice,
other logic here is
boss can still
if
write
you
you up
get
for
sick,
fraternizing with an
it's
incompetent
because
worker.
you're not
Maybe
enthused
you don't
about your
know
work,
this,
so therefore
but
you're a
there's a real
troublemaker.
simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't
And
want what we've got.
getting sick has nothing to do with your work ethic.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
Getting sick has nothing to do with one's work ethic, but this chick seriously believes it.
That's kind of you to say, I suppose. But I don't need help. What I need is to understand my own folly.
Like,
Company always tells us, weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
you see what I'm talking about with that one?
I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People could be listening.
Like, she's driven
I'm
to
feeling a
crazy
touch
because
faint.
of that.
If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell.
And we automatically get kicked out of the conversation. So, that thing with Abernathy where we're gonna get the meds for the other chick, that I think is waiting right here next to the bar. Yeah, she waits here until you get it for her. After you turn the medicine into her, you can go talk to her, and she'll reluctantly accept the help if it's offered to her at that point, because somebody from the company is willing to try and help them. So, like I said, reluctantly, she will accept help if you talk her into it at that point. But, you know. Anyways, we're gonna go meet who probably is most people's favorite. Are you shitting me?
What do you think you're doing?
Suck it. That dude came through the door too. That's annoying. It's fine. Spacer's Choice reputation doesn't matter to me. At least not that much.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix the...
Seems we've got
We're
a
gonna interrupt
guest.
this conversation.
Really not
Also,
bothering. I
I
do wish you'd
need
spoken
to
up.
look at Discord again.
I do apologize. I was given no
me a
forewarning
sec.
of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
I don't even know what half of those are. You must be the town boss.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
'Cause I'm not your worker.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Okay. Okay. There we go. Hopefully that gets that situation solved. Connect to the chat, thank you. For some reason it likes disconnecting me every time. My ship needs repairs.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
This is funny. Oh, God. Let's hear it.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
There we go.
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Okay.
The people living in the botanical labs. They're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Okay, so we're gonna say, all right.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great.
We're gonna
I
say
got
yes
my wrenches
because
and diagnosticators and
Parvati's
hairpins
great.
and engine tape, so
I love
I'm all
Parvati.
set.
Well, I
She
am
makes a
glad
good
to hear that.
companion.
Best of
I
luck
do
to you.
ditch
And
her
thank you
after a
again
while
your
for
help.
logical
It is a
companion
lot to ask
choices,
of a
but
stranger, I know.
she's great. And for anyone who doesn't know, as far as I can remember, Parvati is voice acted by the same person who does Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn, and also Tiny Tina from Borderlands. All of them have the same voice actor, I'm pretty sure. At least that's what I remember hearing when I first got the game.
Hey, mister, can we talk?
Yep.
Sorry. You just want to
She's
get out of here.
very
And you
talented
likely
voice actor
don't
to
wanna
have all
tag
three of
along
these
like me.
in her
It's just
repertoire, because
Mr. Thompson
I,
has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but
they all sound completely
that's not
different
the only
to me.
side of the tale.
I mean, Parvati's close to Aloy a little bit, but like Tiny Tina's a whole different level of crazy and high pitchedness compared to these two. Okay.
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. I don't know anybody well. I mostly listen to them talk, get my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of
Sad?
dissent.
What's sad? I mean, she does look very sad. She's just a very shy. She's the shy companion.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one
She's a
big
very
Spacer's Choice
shy
family,
companion,
but
so.
every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
We get to go meet the priest. He's very not priestly.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Okay, she's a very timid but caring person. The variety of your companions' like attitudes and everything and their personalities in this game is amazing. I'm personally a fan of the drunk and the troublemaking medic, but that's me. Anyways, time to meet Max.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto.
These two have some funny dialogue too. So.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so brave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart.
There's
Always
a
has,
choice
if you believe the talk.
that's coming up for the Peacemaker route, but I'll get to it when I get to it.
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Easier said than done, but that little line of dialogue is exactly what we're going to do, more or less.
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
There are a lot of enemies in the world, that's for sure.
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts.
Yeah.
I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls.
It's very easy to get to this
retrieval
book,
efforts have been thwarted
and
by
you can actually
marauders
get it
who have
before you
overrun
even
the
do this
property.
dialogue.
Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
It's one of those things you can actually go and do it beforehand, because that's just life.
It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name Mbakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Okay. We get to see his very unpriestly side when we come back with the book. For now, I think I'm gonna go this way. I spoke of a cheap way to fix the robot, and it's called having Parvati in your inventory, in your team. I was gonna say inventory, but she's in my team. She's not an item in my inventory. As handy as that would be. And it makes it so I can hit the robot, go talk to Ludwig, then go talk to the Gravekeeper, and then go do the rest of the quests that I'm set out to do right now. Because I have a lot of quests, and I'm going to get them all done before I head back to Edgewater. At least that's the goal right now. When I play RPGs, if I can cluster quests together, I'm going to cluster them. Because it makes life a hell of a lot easier. It really does. Okay. Alright, so for starters, let's go talk to, I believe this thing's name is Jeremy. We're about to find out.
Aw, he ain't no threat.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Yeah, because I need the engineering 54, and this quest is randomized, like I said. I just got kind of screwed over. I'm just gonna have her fix them.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new.
It is Jeremy.
Well, new by
The robot's
Spacer's
name is
choice
Jeremy.
standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the by.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
I love Jeremy. Good luck,
Be
Jeremy.
more careful out there, Jeremy.
Alright, we'll see him later. He helps us kill a bunch of other robots. He's a good robot. I'll always be a fan of Jeremy. Also, there's ammo over here. Alright, let's go this way. So we gotta go back to Ludwig next. He is right here. Ludwig, stop moving.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Okay. Silas sent us for
I
grace
told
fees.
Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
No, he just wants your grave fees.
Mechanical repellent. A stroke of inspiration from the law itself. Yeah, I've been
I
saving
didn't
up a
even
couple
read that
bits for
before I
just
clicked
such a
it. It was
project.
just a lie, and I knew it would give me experience. Okay. So, we won't have to worry about that
You
scout
beat
anymore.
that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination.
Like I said,
You're
he's crazy
a
in the head.
passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one,
Oh, God.
and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years. What? All by yourself? I could have sworn I hid that bundle safe from prying eyes. Give it here.
It's messed up,
Feast
but
your eyes,
it
soldier.
happens.
This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit. Designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
Okay. So we got one more quest from Ludwig.
Fun. This ain't some quarterly performance review, soldier. Ours is a grave and sacred duty. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
What's up with the spam, John?
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
But, seems simple enough.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of Zero-G to your memory.
It's definitely not hard to do that quest, so I'm not worried about it at all. But we're gonna end up working our way over there slowly, because that collides with the main quest.